Hi, my name is Lisa Dublin. I am a paid speaker and I'm also somebody who coaches speakers. And in this series, I want to bring to the fore something that I call Kairos moments in speaking. I've been speaking for more than 25 years, and I've realized there are times in your speaking career when you're on stage or even virtually where everything comes together to just further your message, who you are, what you believe, your values, even something that the audience might do. Everything seems to come together. And so today I want to talk about what's happening here with this person right here on this side of me. Okay, this is Sarah Jakes Roberts. She is the daughter of TD Jakes. So it helps that her father is a master communicator. But this young lady is really just coming into her own. At the time of recording this video in 2025, she's 36 years old. She is very much the millennial. And there's a word that we use. It's a word that's known. It's called the zeitgeist. And zeitgeist means spirit of the age. And when you listen and you see and you hear Sarah Jakes Roberts, you recognize that she represents the zeitgeist for millennials. She has the language, she knows how they think. You listen to the questions that she asks and the meat of her messages when she preaches and when she teaches. And you realize that she has a pulse on what is going on in her millennial generation. So, without any further ado, we'll talk about exactly what Kairos is a little later, but I want to play two parts of that sermon that she preached in 2023 to just bring to the fore this concept of having Kairos moments. You can have them too. So keep watching. Let me just play it right now, and then we'll take in some commentary.
Faith. An opportunity to try my wig. Well, tell me about it. I don't care. Y'all don't think this is my hair, do you? I really don't care. Because none of this is really necessary. Because I recognize what is really necessary. If the wig stay on or not, if the shoes stay on or not, I know what I'm really here for. I understand that I came here to lock in on something. So you can make the memes and make the videos. At the end of the day, one thing I know for sure is that me and God locks in on a word. And if this is a distraction, then let it fall off.
All right. Okay, let's stop here, you guys. So what's happening here? There's something that we teach in public speaking, and it's called optimization. And it is the fact and the thinking that nothing bad can happen. And she just used a moment that could have gone viral. So she's thinking ahead of, you know what? People might be using this as a meme in the future to kind of be like her wig falls off. She's very much in charge of and aware of what could happen if she does not handle the moment. And so she says, you know what? I don't even care if it falls off. I don't even care what happens. I'm not here for that. Then she returns to her message of being locked in, right? And she just takes it and runs with it. And that's something that you learn as a speaker. You learn to optimize whatever happens. Nothing bad can happen. That's the thinking as a speaker. Then secondly, anything that happens, you have to use it and you have to just make it go right back to the message at hand. And that's what she does so beautifully. But here's the thing. It's not done, okay? That hair story, it has been in the making for a long time. And I want to show you what happens just a bit further. She adjusts the wig, where, as she says, that it really doesn't even matter. And then this happens, you guys. Are you ready? Let's see what happens as she continues just a couple minutes further into the sermon. This happens.
Let's go. What's up? We've been in a fight before. Now, wait a minute. When we've been in a fight before, do we or do we not have to let a few things snatch off so that we can show them at the end of the day, I'm about it for real. I don't care what it takes. I gotta make it to the other side. I don't care what it takes. Do you think the woman with the issue of blood cared about her hair? Do you think the woman with the issue of blood cared about what she looked like? The woman, all right, I'm about to take it off. It ain't never. It ain't never.
Kairos moment. Kairos moment. Look at the reaction of the audience at that point. Here's a woman on stage in the stocking cap, right? So you know, you build the wig, you have to put it on, and there are all sorts of things that go into it, the glue, the stocking cap, and all of those things. And she is just powerfully saying, "Hey, this is me." That every so many women in that audience right there can identify with her, not just on that physical aesthetic level, but also in terms of her and her story of taking the mask off. It's a very powerful moment. It's a Kairos moment. I don't know that you can ever orchestrate these moments. You just simply have to be ready. And I want to submit to you that the way that you get to these moments, honestly, is to be the person who, if you are a speaker, you also have to be a thinker. You have to always be thinking about what you believe, what your values are, and then you have to be ready in as a speaker to think on your feet and to dial in and grab every moment to further your message, to further who you are, to further what you believe, because I'm not sure that you could ever orchestrate any of these things. And that's exactly what she does here. So, what exactly does the word kairos mean? I should have perhaps started with that. But the kairos means the right or critical moment. In terms of speaking, it also means taking advantage or creating a perfect moment to deliver a particular message. I hope you see what happened here. And you know what? If you're thinking, how can I ever have these moments? Look out for them. The more yourself you are, is the more you see those moments that will further the message and who you are. That's exactly what happens. I think not just of her. I think of Justin Trudeau, and I've done this one as well. I think of Justin Trudeau on the day of his resignation. He goes to the lectern. At that moment, the last paper from his prepared speech flies. It flies away. Like, how opportune is that? Kairos moment. And even better, he says, it's all right, I'll just wing it. I think all the way back to perhaps even John McCain when he was going up against Barack Obama that first time. And he was in an audience, and he is known for being fair. He is known for being that man who, even though he's not on your side, that he's an honorable person. And somebody in his audience says that she doesn't trust Obama because she thinks that he's from, the Middle East and he's a terrorist. And he stops her and he says, no, I might disagree with him, but you know what? He's a fair man. Perhaps it cost him the election. But you really saw it was a Kairos moment because it so represented who he was. One last thing I want to say about that moment with Sarah Jakes Roberts, and it's this, right? She is coming. The way that this girl represents the zeitgeist, represents the spirit of her age, is she is coming from a tradition of Black women dealing with hair issues. And I don't claim to know the entire history, but some seminal moments stand out for me. For example, if I may very quickly, I know I'm over time. Viola Davis, remember when in Annalise Keating as Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder, when she took off the wig, she took off the makeup, she took off the lashes. Every Black woman felt that moment, and there is Sarah Jakes Roberts continuing that tradition of, hey, this is not us. We use it because we want to, not because we have to. We are perfectly okay with or without it. So, using communication and speaking and sharing a message to further an agenda of authenticity. That's not the only example. There are others, like in Black Panther, when General Okoye, she flings the wig and she says, hey, I don't need this. All of these things, she's coming from that tradition in 2023 to further that message. And that is what a powerful Kairos moment can do for you in speaking. If you are a speaker, look out for these moments. I pray for them, even in my speaking career, that these moments would come and that I would be ready in terms of who I am and in terms of being able to think on my feet and to be with the concept that everything can be used to further your speaking and your influence and your message. You just have to look for them. Thank you for listening. My name is Lisa Dublin. Reach out, let me know what you think of this video. Bye. Take care.